At this point, I'm sure everyone is aware of the new Resident Evil movie we're going to be getting in September, directed by Barbarian and Weapons director Zach Cregger. Now, on the surface, this is something I'm very excited for. Obviously, as a fan of Resident Evil, this is big news, and from what we've seen so far, I really enjoy aspects that Zach is bringing to the table. But, there's already a lot of discourse about this. Originally, Zach said that this was going to be set alongside events of Resident Evil 2, September 30th, 1998. Day I'll never forget. The cop inside me died that day. Type shit. And from what we have seen, if it's Raccoon City, it's set in the snow, and people don't like that. A lot of people hate that Zach is claiming it's going to be a lot like the games, and then what they're seeing right now is nothing like Resident Evil 2. Part of me gets it, but part of me also wants that subset of people to just shut the fuck up. No matter what, and I think this goes without saying, no one hates Resident Evil more than Resident Evil fans. No matter what adaptation movie we're gonna get, if we're stuck with the Paul W.S. Anderson films, no one will like them. If we get a 1-to-1 of, Resident Evil 1, Spencer Mansion and all, puzzles and statue moving and shit like that, some people aren't going to be happy because it's too boring. No matter what, in any movie that's adapted from a different medium, book, game, fucking scripture, if you will, the Bible, creative liberties are taken, and that's fine. You have an hour and a half to 2 hours to cram a whole, game, a whole book into that time frame. So sometimes you have to take some liberties to get the ball rolling. And that's fine. From what we've seen so far, the new character, Brian, I think's his name, this guy, he's on screen right now. He scavenges through this house looking for ammo, and that's a very key aspect of the game. I can't tell you how many times in, RE3 and Requiem and all of them, I didn't have shit to work with, and I had to scavenge. I had the gun, but no ammo. That builds fear. That builds an intense atmosphere where you know something's coming for you, but you have no defense. You either have to hide, maneuver around them, or die. And that's a key element to the games. And Zach Cregger's gone on record before saying that he's a pretty big fan of the Resident Evil series, his favorite being 4. People will say he's LARPing the Resident Evil. I don't give a shit. At this point, I want something that's like Resident Evil. I don't need a movie with Chris punching boulders, Leon doing backflips. I don't need Wesker flying across to tell me how many minutes he has left to spare. I just want something that's like the games, maybe set in the same universe, or like an adaptation, Elseworlds, alternate universe. I don't give a damn. I just want something that's like the games, but not an exact retelling. Because if I want an exact retelling of the games, I'll play the fucking games. It's that simple. I don't know why so many people are so quick to judge and dismantle this movie when the thing's not even out yet. Yes, I do think it's weird that if we're going to Raccoon City in September, it's going to be snowing. Who knows, maybe global warming's a bitch in this universe. And yes, if it's supposed to be in the 90s, which I've heard back and forth, Zach originally said it was set alongside Resident Evil 2, now it's set in modern day. I don't know. I don't really care. From what we've seen, some of the gore, the body horror and stuff like that, it feels a lot like Resident Evil. It's just not with the mainline characters, and that's fine. I can't think of actors that would do characters like Leon, or Chris, Jill, Claire, even Ethan Winters. I can't think of anyone that would put in the same, what's the word I'm looking for? They would go in the same direction and be faithful to these characters. I just don't see that. And that's why I'm fine with a whole new character that's honestly set up a lot like Ethan. Just a regular guy stuck in the middle of a shitty situation that has to fight and survive and face horrors beyond their imagination. That's fine with me. I don't know. I just wanted to yap and bitch a little bit because I hate the people that just don't like having fun. I think the movie looks okay, and if it's nothing like Resident Evil and it just has a name on there to sell tickets, we will know in September. And then maybe my thoughts will change. But we can't judge a whole ass movie that isn't even out yet based off like a 2-minute trailer. Like I said, no one hates Resident Evil more than Resident Evil fans. And I'm just excited that we're getting something in the Big 2-6. Resident Evil film-wise. I think that's cool. Honestly, I think the last thing, I'm not gonna count, like, the Netflix series and Welcome to Raccoon City, but the last good thing we got was Death Island in 2023. And that shit was good. Resident Evil does thrive in the, CGI movie department. Infinite Darkness, Death Island, Vendetta, these are all good films, set in the canon. But there's nothing wrong with having something outside of the canon, like what Zach Cregger's gonna do. You know? Anyways, I just wanted to bitch a little bit. Not that anyone gives a shit. And please leave a comment saying how you feel and what you kind of want in this movie. I mean, I know we all kind of have different opinions, and kind of views on what we want this movie to be, but I'm happy to see what other people think about it and what they want. I mean, I'm sure not a lot of people agree with my take on it, but I'm glad to hear other people and what they think about it. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, send me flowers, give me a kiss on the cheek. Really helps out a lot. And I'll see you guys soon.